Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars, and this is going to be more of a lighthearted, funny video. Don't take anything in this video too seriously. Just putting that advisory out before we get going. This is a joke video. It's nothing too serious. And I just want to talk about Bill Burr. So Bill Burr is a comedian. I do listen to his podcast a lot. I like his comedy specials. Pretty funny guy. And he has a joke about Guitar Center. And yes, we are going to make an entire video about this because the stereotypes that he says are pretty true from the last time I went there. So comedian Bill Burr says the number one place to see sad men is Guitar Center. Burr jokes that the brand's customers shop to fill up a void. Comedian Bill Burr's new stand-up special takes a savage swipe at Guitar Center as he jokes it's one of the saddest places on earth. His new show, Drop Dead Years, will arrive on Hulu on March 14th. Teaser clip shared to social media showing a snippet of his Guitar Center segment, and it's even caught the attention of some popular players in the game. I will give you the number one place to see sad men, Guitar Center. Oh my god, one of the saddest places on earth, says Burr in the video. Failed, struggling musicians behind the counter, a bunch of men in loveless marriages or divorce just walking around looking at guitars. Is that a custom color, is it? Maybe if I add that to my collection, it'll fill up whatever this void is in the center of my chest. Ouch. Just ouch. On the whole, it seems Bill Burr's joke has been widely well received, as even Gibson's own Mark Agnesi has replied to the clip on Instagram with a row of laughing emojis. Misa Mansour, hold on, I'm going to sound this out. Periphery. There we go. Also comments, ha ha ha, Jesus, he's going for the jugular. While Questlove simply replies with a bunch of skull emojis, Blake Weiland of the Tone Mob podcast also responds, The Void desires custom shop guitars, and I must be satisfied, with a laughing emoji. All Guitar Center jokes aside, the retail chain launched its initiative to help musicians replace instruments in the LA wildfires back in January. The program ran until the end of February and saw Guitar Center Foundation accept applications for a special one-time grants to replace destroyed gear. Yeah, I'm sure you love listening to me sound stuff out because that good old American education system even went through college and I still can't pronounce words. So it's funny because it's true. Let's just be honest. So my local Guitar Center is a solid 45-minute drive away from me, so I don't frequent it very often. I have a local mom and pop shop that I go to, typically to buy guitar strings from most of the time. And then in all honesty, I shop around and trying to see where I can get the best deal on a guitar. I might not even be looking for something specific. Sometimes I'll just pick something up because it's a really good deal. Maybe I like the guitar and keep it. Maybe I don't and I sell it for a couple extra bucks and move on. As I said in one of my previous videos, I think it has been well over a year since I bought a guitar. I've sold, what did I sell, like one recently? I think I sold like one guitar recently. But been trying to, as a lot of people say, try to downsize. Because, I bought quite a few, during COVID. When I found some deals on some stuff. Did a couple of trades here and there. Now I still got like 3 or 4 that I'm trying to get rid of. I did just add 2 guitars to my reverb shop. So if you are interested in purchasing one of those, by all means. I have a Gibson Les Paul Standard on there. I have a Gibson Melody Maker SG on there. I have a Michael Kelly Patriot Decree on there. And feel free to make me an offer on any of the things that are on there. Because worst case is I either ignore it or just say no. Maybe I'll give you a counter offer or something. We'll see what happens. I know the market isn't what it was. Not really in a hurry to sell them either, so keep that in mind. But the cool part is that guitar was in a YouTube video and is currently on my channel, so if that does something for you, there you go. But going back to Guitar Center here, so Bill Burr is spot on with this. When I went into my local Guitar Center several weeks ago, Besides them finally unlocking stuff, thank God. I hated that. The last time I went in, everything was locked up. You had to ask an employee for anything, so I kind of just stuck to the stuff on the bottom shelf, the mid-range stuff, and played around. I think I was just trying to kill an hour or something the last time I was there. And kind of same thing, if I'm in the general area, I'll go pop in and take a look. But outside of maybe a pack of guitar picks or a pack of strings, if I really am hurting for one or something, I really don't buy much at Guitar Center. I think I've only ever bought maybe one used guitar at Guitar Center, and then I found out there was a warp in the neck. I think it was like a PV T15 or something, but I brought it home. I had my local guy look at it, and I was like, I think this has a warp in the neck. I'm getting like a sitar effect on a couple of the strings, and yeah, he was like, yeah, this definitely has a warp in the neck. I would get your money back. So I did, and that was that. But when I went in there recently, it was true. It was there's a combination of young semi-failed musicians that think that they're going to make it big, and a bunch of old, loveless, divorced people. They fell out of a relationship or whatever, and they think by spending $8,000 on a Gibson R9, maybe Sheila, maybe Deb will come back to them. I'm also part of a group on Facebook called the Guitar Group that acts like boomers, so that's just a fun, feel-good group too. Everybody's having a joke in that group as well, and everybody's crapping on everybody. He's just one of those types of groups. But yeah, that's who you see in there. You got the young kids that are just shredding their face off, and there's a million of them. So I'm not calling them bad guitarists. I'm not calling them bad musicians. But there's a million of these younger guys, and I don't even know if I'm a younger guy anymore. We'll say, early teens to upper mid-20s to early 20s. Yeah, we'll do mid-teens, early 20s. And they're really, really good, a lot better than I am, and probably better than I'll ever be. And they're just shredding their faces off and cranking it up loud. You'll get the occasional bass player thumping away in there. You get an occasional drummer or a pianist in there checking out the keyboard section, but it's mostly guitarists. And then you go into the acoustic room, and then, there's the old guy saying, oh, the only good guitars are the Martins and the Taylors. You got to stay away from the cheap stuff. None of it sounds good. And then you realize you can get a significantly cheaper guitar with all solid wood construction like the Yamaha that I have, and it essentially sounds the same, or close enough. Anyway, is a $3,000 Gibson better than a $1,000 Yamaha? Probably, but is it $2,000 better? I'd beg to differ. I mean, a lot of that comes down to, a polyurethane versus nitro finish and what you think makes the guitar sound better. A lot of musicians argue that the nitro allows the guitar to breathe better. And that's probably true to a certain extent. And, tone wood is going to play a little bit of a factor in there too. But I feel like 90% of it comes down to the pickups and the amp and the speaker. But one man's opinion. But it is, though. You're going there to fill a void. Isn't everybody just trying to fill a void with something? Who knows what that void is. But I know I just like guitar. I've liked it since I was, I think, like 14 or 15. In retrospect, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I ever told this story before. I got kind of forced upon it. So I think it was around Christmas time. This is past the point of, if a young child is with you right now, tell them to leave the room because I'm going to ruin something for them. Okay, there's your 2-second warning. So this was past the point of me believing in Santa. I didn't really know what I wanted for Christmas. I was getting into video games pretty good at that point. I had a couple video games on the list and maybe a pair of sneakers or something. But other than that, I didn't know what I wanted. And my sister wanted a guitar. So somehow I also ended up getting a guitar. I don't know how, why. It was one of those first act guitars. I sold mine a long time ago. I think my sister still has hers somewhere. I think I might have used it in 1 or 2 videos. But I was like, okay, I've kind of, wanted to do this a little bit. I thought about it, but I was never serious about, hey, Mom, Dad, can I get a guitar? But I did. We took a couple of lessons. And ironically, I was the one that stuck with it and she didn't. And I feel like I'm more interested in the buy-sell trade part of it than I am actually playing. But I do have several that are keepers, I call them, guitars that I'll never get rid of, and including, and the price range on those is all over the place, from, a cheap Squire all the way up to my Gibson Les Paul Custom. Because I'm not going to get another one of those for that price, and I don't want to get rid of it. You know, if I'm in a really, really bad financial situation, maybe. But no, but this just hit home. This hit home because I feel, maybe, I don't know, maybe a girlfriend broke up with me at that time. I really don't remember why I just kept sticking with it. Maybe I thought I could get some ladies out of it. No, not really. I had, from the several girls that I have had interactions with and dated, not a single one of them requested me to play them a song. So there's that. They were like, oh yeah, that's cool. If you ever play out, we'll listen to you. And they'll listen to me practice once in a while. But none of them were like, oh my God, play this song. And I can't sing. So I never did that anyway. But that's where it is. But in all seriousness, to wrap this video up on a more serious note, I know we've been having fun here for the past 10 minutes or so. If you are trying to fill a void, if you are extremely depressed, by all means, go see a therapist. We want you here for a long time. You got friends and family. I'm sure somebody out there cares about you, even if it's just a cat or a dog or a pet or something. And if you do seriously need help, go get some help. It's okay. You don't have to tell anybody you're doing it. It's like the same with guys crying in their cars when shit hits the fan, or doing it away from everybody else and everything else. Just make the phone call, know that you are heard, maybe put an anonymous comment down below or something, and just do what you need to get the help you need. I know we're poking fun, but mental illness is a serious thing, and if you need help, please get it. And that's where I'm going to end on a more serious note. Till next time, please hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, like the video, share the video, turn on your notification bell, comment down below what you want to see for future music, guitar related content, and me mispronouncing words and sounding them out like a 2-year-old. And until next time, have a good one.